Okay, welcome back guys, it's Galaxy here, and today I'll be going over the biggest and arguably the greatest patch we have yet to hit in Deadlock, the September 26, 2024 patch notes. So it comes with a lot, so I'm going to shorten it in chapters, so if you guys want to skip to certain parts of the patch, you guys can. And for today, we'll get started. So first things first, we have a new character, or new agent if you want to say. We have Mirage. Now Mirage, I've played against him, or played with him, a few games already, and he seems insanely good. Like, he can teleport to players, he can have barriers. He seems really, really good. His design is pretty sick, and his bio is that he wants to buy Wyoming. So, that's interesting to see as a as a bio for him. But yeah, that's Mirage. Again, it's super early to tell how good he is, what to counter him and everything, but so far he's been pretty strong. All right, and the biggest news that's basically hit all of gaming Twitter today is they involved a new anti-cheat, and it's not like any anti-cheat. This one, you can turn the cheater into a frog. So let me explain. Here, it says added initial anti-cheat detection system. When the user is detected as a cheating, during the game session, the opponents will be given a choice between banning the user immediately and ending the match, or turning the cheater into a frog for the rest of the game and then banning them afterwards. You understand how crazy that is? So now, whenever you get to a cheater, they'll pop up a screen that says, would you want to end the game instantly and just ban the cheater, or turn them into a frog for the rest of the game and just keep bullying them? So that's an option now, and it's done early. This is version 1 of it. They did say they're working on version 2 of the anti-cheat, so it might be a little wonky at first. But yes, this has hit everywhere in gaming, and every player and every content creator from each game is in shock that they made this. And of course, the CS community is crying, tearing, shitting about this. So yeah, that's basically the biggest news out of everything here. Just this anti-cheat they developed is insane. They added a few things, so it's a few minor changes, but it's still pretty good. So I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna summarize everything over here a little bit. So if you want to, I'm gonna leave the link in the description below for the patch notes, so you can read everything yourself. But I'll go over more of the bigger ones. First, when it comes to map changes, I believe it's all the way down here. Yes, map changes. Yes. So what they did here is they added a little hallway. So through the buildings, where maybe it's easier to travel and easier to cross through lanes. And if you see here, it's a more easier sense. So what they basically did is the side lanes, which is all the way on the right and all the way on the left, they made it more spacious and more easier to maneuver, either when you're going to the attack or you're being retreating, or if you need anything. It's actually much easier, which I really, really do like. I always felt like a little bit weird how tight and narrow it was, the lanes, compared to the middle lanes where it's very spacious. So it gives the side laners a lot of movement and a lot of freedom to move whatever they want, to move around the buildings, move around the zip line. So I do really, really like this. And as you see here also with this picture, they have also added like a little hallway. So some of the buildings on the sides do have a hallway in there also. So that's for the mostly map changes. Again, they just made the map more spacious and less tight, which is one thing I did have a little complaint about. It wasn't too crazy, but I'm happy they fixed it. And they also added a few things. So one of the other things they added also was they just changed the UI for the game mode. So when you go and click play on Deadlock, they have symbols and they have images for each one. So there's sandbox, private matches, play Deadlock. So yeah. So instead of, also when it comes to private matches, you don't need to do in command anymore. You can actually just go through with it, and you can activate cheats inside of it. So if you're thinking about running a tournament, or if you're thinking about just practicing in there, just doing some work and learning some stuff, and maybe learning the nuance of the map and maybe some things, you can do that now. And it's going to be interesting because this is now one step closer to having a solidified esports, an actual private match that works. So it's going to be interesting. And that is really it over here. They just changed a few stuff like lighting and everything, improvement on some stuff, some items that were messed up. So that's everything here when it comes to these. Again, I would highly recommend just reading if you want to know every single detail about everything, I would recommend just reading everything, because if I would read everything and explain it, I'd be here for 3 hours. So again, when it comes to these stuff, I would highly recommend it. Okay. Another gameplay issue I forgot to mention. The lane setup is now always going to be 1 2 2 1, meaning there's going to be one on each side. So one on all the way on the left, one all the way on the right, and then there's 2 in the middle. It's going to be solidified. That's always going to happen. I know it's switched up sometime here and there, but that's what it's going to do, which I kind of like. I think it's, even though beforehand people always did that just naturally, it felt more normal. So if the middle laners want to help gank the side lanes, they could help it. If the side lanes want to help the middle, they could. It's much easier. So it is really good, and I really do enjoy it. Also, we have weapon and items. So weapon items, they got some nerfs and they got some buffs. So we'll go over all of them. So monster rounds, bullet resist versus NPCs reduced from 35% to 30%. So now NPCs just, the bullet resist to NPCs just got lower, which is fine. High velocity mag, bullet velocity reduced from 30% to 25%. Okay, that's okay. Restrictive shots, cooldown reduced from 6.2 to 5.2. So the shot now is basically just comes back faster, which is it's a buff. That's good. Hollow point ward, spirit shield increased from 85 to 95. Okay, so now you just get more spirit shield, which is good. Now headshot booster, fire rate reduced from 5% to 4%. So 1%. Again, you know, it could mean something, but like it's nothing too crazy of a nerf. Kinetic dash, fire rate reduced from 25 to 20. Okay. Kinetic dash fire rate max duration reduced from 8 seconds to 7 seconds. Oh, okay. So they're making it where you can't just spam it all the time. You actually, because I know a lot of people, like a lot of movement agents like Lash or Haze, they would just move around the map and they would just have kinetic dash all the time. So that's pretty good that you don't have to just basically abuse it. Berserk. Damage required per stack reduced from 110 to 100. Okay, nothing too crazy. Mystic Shot. Damage spirit scaling increased from 0.6 to 0.8. So Mystic Shot kind of got a little bit of a buff. That's pretty good. Spirit scaling is really good. Oh, by the way, you're going to see that as a theme here. Spirit scaling is a big change in this patch. Melee changes. Okay. Impact now increase your ammo for the mag instead of reloading. So if your ammo is 2 out of 8, it becomes 10 out of 8. Reloads you instantly if you're in the middle of a reload. So impact now increases your ammo. Okay. It's not... Alright, that's interesting. Melee charge. Cooldown increase from 8.5 to 10. Okay, just made it longer. Intensify magazine. Max weapon damage reduced from 75 to 60. Okay. So, not only will you'll have just less bullets. So you're not having like 120 bullets and just doing crazy damage. That's good. Escalating resilience. Fire rate reduced from 14% to 12. Okay, nothing too crazy. Headhunter. Okay, Headhunter got the biggest change out of these weapon changes. Headhunter now requires Headshot Booster. So Headhunter now requires another item which is called Headshot Booster. So if you want to get Headhunter, you have to get Headshot Booster, and that's corresponds with each other. A lot of the items always have to correspond with each other anyway, so that's good. Headhunter no longer grants 50% velocity. Ooh, bullet velocity. Interesting. Wow, that is actually a massive nerf. That's actually crazy. Headhunter now grants 5% fire rate. Okay. Headhunter fixed not being affected by cooldown reduction. Okay, so you can make it a cooldown now. All right. That's so interesting. Wow. No more bullet velocity. They removed it and replaced it with fire rate. I don't know how to feel about that. Maybe I get like people from long range don't go crazy with it and don't like snipe you from a long distance. You actually have to be kind of close a little bit, maybe mid-range at least, which is definitely interesting, and we're gonna have to see how that plays out, which is crazy. Prism Emblem. Pristine Emblem. Okay, Pristine Emblem now requires high velocity mag. Okay, so again, now it requires another item for you to get it. It's not you can't just get Pristine Emblem by itself. You actually have to get another one. Okay, now grants 35% bullet velocity. Interesting. So they removed it from Headhunter and they gave some of it to Pristine Emblem. Interesting. I think this I did feel like this item was not used much. In my games, I guess I didn't see it used much, and I personally never used it. I never felt the need to, but I feel like I'm gonna start using it now just to see how it works and see if it's more effective. Okay, Titanic magazine ammo increased from 100 to 120. Wow. So not only will you get, now they're just giving you even more bullets, which is interesting. So what I've seen a theme here so far with the weapons is they have basically reduced a lot of the fire rate or damage when you need it or received, and they just increased it with magazine. So you could just go spammy, I guess, but it's interesting. Okay, they switched around a lot of the stuff. Sharpshooter, fixed fall off reduction, not working properly. Okay, so they fixed sharpshooter. Frenzy, low HP spirit resist changed to bullet resist. Ooh, so Frenzy, instead of you getting spirit resist, you get bullet resist. Well, I think it should be, because, you know, it's a weapon item. Spiritual Overflow now grants 150% bullet shield. Okay, Silencer now grants plus 12 spirit. Interesting. Ricochet, fire rate reduced from 12 to 10%. Okay, this is definitely gonna probably hurt a lot of the Haze players, because Ricochet is basically the Haze item. Every Haze player would use Ricochet just because of how crazy her ammo magazine and her fire rate would be late game. Vampiric Burst, fixed casting and interpreting sliding. Okay. Siphon Bullets move to tier 4 vitality. Okay. Shadow Weaver now tier 4 weapon item. Okay, so they switched it up. Now Siphon Bullets is moved to tier 4 vitality. So now it's a vitality item. And Shadow Weaver now moved to weapon item, a tier 4 weapon item. Okay, that's fine. Now we're up to vitality. Let's get vitality items now. Melee lifesteal, melee damage reduced from 13 to 12. Melee lifesteal heal versus non-hero reduced from 40 to 30. Okay. Extra stamina. Stamina recovery increased from 10% to 14%. Okay, that's not bad. So now its movement is going to be kind of good. Restorative Locket no longer requires max stack to restore stamina points. Okay. Divine Barrier. Bonus health reduced from 75 to 50. Interesting. Okay, so they kind of... That's still a lot. Like 75 to 50 on bonus health, that's pretty a lot. I'm not going to lie. Okay, Combat Barrier got a few changes. Fire rate while shielded reduced from 8 to 6. Weapon damage while shielded reduced from 28 to 25. Bullet shield increased from 300 to 325. It's more of a nerf than anything. I think just made it more tanky. Yeah, they're just building it more tanky so you don't have to build crazy weapon. Okay, so they just made this item more of a tank item. Health Nova. Weapon damage increased from 10 to 12. Okay. Return Fire got a few changes. While active, grants 25% bullet resistance. Okay, that's... Oh, wait, the pool... That's insane. What the fuck? Plus 25 bullet resistance? What the... Wow. Bullet damage return reduced from 60 to 70. Okay, that... Okay, still insane. No longer grants 7% fire rate. Okay. Spirit power increased from 7 to 9. Fixed ricochet bullets not returning to the right amount of damage. Oh my god, return to fire just got crazy. So, not only do you have 25% bullet resistance, they increase the spirit. So they increase spirit power on top of that. And now they fixed it where now where double bullet damage wasn't ricocheting back. Holy wow. Wait, return fire might actually be a goated weapon, goated item now. This is huge. I think this actually might be the biggest change in the item so far. That's like the most impactful, I feel like. So if you haven't been using return fire, now is actually such a good way. Oh my god, wait, this is actually really, really good. Especially me because I play Warden. So if I'm ulting and then I pop this, so if I pop this and then ult, on top of the 50%, I get a 25%, and if they're trying to shoot at me, they come back. That's actually amazing. Oh my god, I'm a tank. Return to fire is amazing. Okay, and then bullet armor. Bullet resist increased from 20 to 25%. Okay, cool. Vile Walker no longer grants 20% fire rate. Interesting. Improved bullet armor. Okay. Bullet resist increased from 45 to 50. Okay. Fortitude bonus health increased from 275 to 300. Life Strike cooldown reduced from 5 to 0.25 to 5. Or reduced. Okay. This 0.25, I don't know how big of an impact that would be. Fixed processing healing more than once when multiple targets. Alright. Shadow Weave. Move to tier 4 weapon. Siphon Bullets now to tier 4 vitality weapon. Vitality item. Tier 4 bullet no longer grants plus 28 damage. Oh, wow. Siphon Bullets now grant 18% bullet resistance. Oh my god. Now this is more of a tank item now. This is instead of a what? Oh my god. Now they changed it to a weapon item to losing 28%, and then this is, oh my god, a lot of people's builds has to change. This patch literally changes everyone's build. They have to rearrange their builds now. This is insane. Siphon Bullet literally became a brand new item, basically. Okay, Colossus. Slows radius increased from 12 to 8. Okay. Slow Rebirth. Increased base spawn rate by 15. Unstoppable. Can no longer be cast during channels. Okay. Yeah. Vitality got a lot of changes. Okay. Yeah, if you were using Vitality items, I think you have to rearrange some of your builds. This is... Vitality got a crazy amount of changes. I would recommend you guys look into it. Spirit. Last category. Ammo Scavenger. Ammo reduced from 15 to 10. Okay. Because, oh, by the way, and people who don't know about Ammo Scavenger, you get some of your items back, and then when you hit souls, you get a bullet back. So, I guess, they want you to be more precise than anything. Ammo Scavenger reduced from health reduced from 60 to 40. Ammo Scavenger duration reduced from 35 to 30. Ammo Scavenger max stack reduced from 12. Okay, so they overall nerfed man. Yeah, Ammo Scavenger was a really strong weapon. So they made it more balanced than anything, which is a fine. I guess it's still a very good item. Still a very, very good item if you're building a Haze, a 7, a Wraith. Still a very, very good item. So if you want to use it, that's fine. It's nothing too crazy. Spirit Strike no longer grants 0.8 health regen. Interesting. Okay. Mystic Reach. Ability range increased from 16 to 18. Ooh, that's good. That's really good for me, at least. Mystic Reach is my bread and butter in early game because I use my one ability, my bomb, for warded. So this is actually really, really good. Mystic Reach now provides 6% bullet resistance instead of spirit resistance. Okay, that's good. That's bad. That's fine. Yeah. Then they just, that's a lot. Yeah, you see a lot of the themes here. They're just switching out bullet and spirit resist, which is fine. So wow, Mystic Reach. I think Mystic Reach got overall a buff. That's really, really good. Withering Whip got a lot of changes. No longer grants 8% fire rate. Okay. Spirit power increased from +4 to +6. Okay. Withering now grants +1 sprint. Withering cast range increased from 24 to 30. Withering fire rate slow increased from 40 to 45. Ooh. So now, okay, you lose the fire rate, but you get every other thing. Okay, Withering Whip looks really good now. Wow. Okay, that's good. I like Withering. Okay, Withering Whip is now more of a viable item now. Interesting. Quicksilver Reload no longer triggers if your ammo is at a max value already. Okay, so basically what it means is if you use 2 bullets, or if you use like only 5 and you only I would say 10 to 15% of your bullet magazine, it's not gonna be an active item. You actually have to be low on ammo for you to use it. So it helps people. It helps people like abusing that were abusing it and stuff. So, okay, it's a good change. I like this change. Decay cooldown increased from 32 to 45. Cast range scaling reduced from 0.2 to 0.16. Okay, so overall nerf on Decay, longer, and the cast range got a little bit shorter. Okay, improved reach now provides 12% bullet resistance instead of 12% spirit resist. Okay, so switch that out. Improved spirit. Spirit power increased from 21 to 23. Cool. Knockdown now causes enemies to fall down faster. Interesting. Interesting. So what if we have a Vindicta, a Talon, in the air, just flying around, or a lash in the air, just drop them down. Then you get to... Oh, okay. I like it. Knockdown is more viable now. Torment Pulse. Health bonus increase from 140 to 160. Cool. Torment Pulse. Spirit power damage scaling increase from 0.25 to 0.33. So if you're building Spirit with Torment Pulse, it's really, really good now. If you're building a full, like, mostly Spirit build, a Spirit focused build at least, this Torment Pulse now is more viable, which is good because I always felt like the item, it was good, it's fine, but I never felt like it did anything. But this is good. I like it. I like it. Rapid Recharge. Faster time between charges increased from 55 to 65. Ooh. Cooldown reduction from charged ability increased from 25 to 35. Faster time between charges increases. Faster time charge. So, I think if you're a Shiv... Okay, wait, and then cooldown reduction for charged abilities increased for 25 to 30. So, basically, if it's Shiv, you get to throw your knives faster. I think this is basically what this is. Because faster time between charges increased 55 to 65. So, yeah. It basically means you get to throw your non-charged abilities faster. Like, throw it out faster, basically. And then cooldown reduction for charged ability increased from 0.25 to 30. So they made it with the cool. So your charged ability now cools down faster with rapid recharge. Okay, so rapid recharge even more viable than it already was. Magic Carpet fixes the consuming stamina when jumping off. Okay. Escalating exposure fix the bonus damage being reduced twice by resistance. Interesting. Refresher bullet resist increased from 8% to 16%. Ooh, that's a massive. That's double. That's really good. Okay. Refresher. Spirit resist reduced from 18 to 6. Okay. So they just swap places with bullet and spin. Okay. Just depends on your build. It's not a buff nor a nerf. It just depends on your build. Echo Shard now has a 0.3 cast delay. Okay, so you can't spam it. Alright. That's all the items. This is really interesting. I think Vitality got the biggest amount of changes. Like, the most significant. And then it would go to Spirit. Like, Vitality and Spirit really got a lot of massive changes. Like, some items are now very viable compared to others. This is interesting. A lot of people's builds are basically going to change completely with these items. It's very, very good. Okay, hero changes. Alright, Abrams. Infernal Resist reduced from 16% to 15. Okay. Abrams. Infernal Resistance Tier 3 reduced from 9 to 8. And Siphon. Lifesteal scaling increased from 0.2 to 0.3. Fixed cases where shoulder charges were unexpectedly slamming into the walls and stairs. Alright. They basically nerfed his resilience. So his resistance thing, they basically nerfed it as a whole. But his lifesteal, which is basically, I think it's his Q if I'm not mistaken, is now spirit scaling is kind of up a little bit. Which is pretty good. It's maybe leaning towards a nerf, but for the most part, he's still strong. He's still a top 5 character. So, Abram mains, you guys are safe this patch. Bebop. Hook range reduced from 30 meters to 25. Last patch, it was reduced from 35 to 30. Now they reduced it even more. So, yes, Bebop mains, you cannot grab someone from across the map anymore. Beam duration spirit scaling reduced from 0.8 to 0.6. Okay, so he got basically an overall nerf. A small one, but it's still I think it might still gonna be impactful. This nerf is gonna impact Bebop main. It kind of scales him down a little bit. So now his ultimate doesn't kill you in 1 second, which is good. Dynamo, the best character in the game right now, by the way. No argument. Dynamo is the best character in the game right now. Okay? I don't want to hear it from anybody else. His singularity radius reduced from 8 to 7 meters. So they did jack shit to this guy. He is still fucking strong and he is still broken. So yes, Dynamo is still fine. Alright, Grey Talon. Got a few changes here. Arrow Cycle. Time reduced from 0.4 to 0.45. Overall DPS unchanged. Okay, so the cycle just got reduced. That's fine. Rain of Arrows can now be casted to remain near the ground. Okay, so if you're like a little bit on the ground, you still can cast it. which is fine. Or you can alter the cast, which is okay. It's a more of a how the ability works more than anything. It's not like a buff or a nerf. It's more that. Fixed air dash during rain of arrow going half the distance. Okay, so they just fixed the bug on it. Guided owl bonus spirit on death now has a 3% buffer window. Ooh, so with guided owl you get for 3 seconds you get a buffer window. Okay, so if you kill someone with guided owl, which is his ultimate, there's a 3-second buffer where you get a spirit bonus. Interesting. Guided owl, very slight turn rate improvement. Ooh, so you can turn it a little bit faster, but very small. Guided owl radius increase from, oh my god, so they basically buffed his ultimate. His ultimate is much stronger now and easier to turn. Interesting. So Grey Talon got a buff. Grey Talon mains out there, you guys are safe. Got a buff. Okay, Haze. Oh boy, Haze. You got a massive nerf this one. Okay. Haze, sleep dagger hitbox reduced by 10%. Okay, so the hitbox reduced. Okay, Haze, fix refresher not working properly in smoke bomb. Okay, fix some items that don't proc before. Tesla bullets, lucky shot, and mystic shot. Okay, so they fixed that. Bullet dance now more accurately shows who is it shooting at. Okay, so if you were confused on who bullet dance is, I guess bullet dances are ultimate, by the way. The bullet dance now shows who's shooting at more. Fixed bullet dance sometimes not abiding line of sight accurately, so they just fixed the line of sight. Bullet dance now affected by time wall. If I'm not mistaken, time wall is Paradox's shield. Now, I guess it means like if time wall pops a shield, and if you're Paradox, you don't get hit by it. Bullet dance evasion radius from 50 to 25%. They gutted the radius by half. Oh my god, her ult got gutted by half. And the fire rate reduced by 10%. Oh my god, her ult. So you can't just go in and ult from a mile away and just get kills instantly. You actually have time to get away. Oh my god. Her ultimate is not broken anymore. This is amazing. Wow, okay. He's got a massive nerf. This is a nerf. This is a massive nerf. Oh, I don't care what anybody says. This is a massive nerf by Haze. Oh my god. That bullet dance was her bread and butter. That's interesting. Okay. So, Haze mains. Oh no. Ivy. Stone form now works against airborne targets. Cool. Bomb tier 3 now grants +2 meter radius. Okay, so you get a little bit further away from the meter radius for the bomb. Bomb spirit power scaling from 0.6 to 0.7. Okay. Fixed clicking noise when flying in dismantle. Fixed being able to stone form during the take flight animation to circumvent the vulnerable cast period. Okay. Okay, so Ivy got a little bit of a buff, which is cool. I haven't seen much Ivies lately. So this is like a nice little buff. I like it. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too insane. But good buff. Kelvin headshot bonus reduced by 20%. Holy, they're killing this boy. Last patch, they gutted him. And now they're gutting him again. Damage bullet growth reduced from 1.2 to 0.9. Kelvin Arctic beam movement slow reduced from 70 to 50. Moving through breakable wall on ice pack now destroys them. Oh my god, Kelvin's damage output just got reduced by oh my god. Wow, he got a massive nerf also. This is the second biggest nerf minus Haze. Oh my god. That's insane. Kelvin got nerfed again hard. Lady Geist. Life drain cooldown reduced from 42 to 30. Okay, that's good. Lady Geist Malice cooldown reduced from 6.25 to 6. Malice tier 1 improved from minus 2.75 seconds to 3 seconds. Okay. Lady Geist fixed life drain not healing extra base amplification like Soul Shredder and Malice stacks. Okay. Lady Geist sprint increased from 1 to 1.5. Okay. So overall, her damage output didn't get reduced. Everything is just cooldown. So her ability is just all of them got cooldown, and she got an increased sprint. That's really it. Which is okay. So they're buff. Lady Geist was a little bit underwhelming, so she got a little bit of a buff. That's good. McGinnis, the worst character in the game. Let's see what they did. Fixed looking up, circumventing the main range on the wall barrage. Okay, can now cast parry to cancel your ult. Ooh, that's good. So if they're ulting, if you're ulted as McGinnis, you can parry now. That's good. Fix various issues of spiritual wall indoors and near wall spawning the wrong number of segments. Okay. They buffed her and they fixed some issues. Still an underwhelming character. McGinnis is still very underwhelming. Mo and Krill. Combo duration reduced from 2.5 to 2.75 to 2.5. So the duration of it just got decreased. Combo damage spirit scaling increased by 0.8 to 1.1. Combo kill triggers now has a 3% buffer window to get credit. Okay, so if you kill someone with combo, you get a 3% buffer. Interesting. Sandblast. Tier 1 reduced from plus 0.5 to... Okay, so... It got reduced a little bit, so it got a little bit of a nerf. Sandblast range increased from 30 minutes to 35. So, okay, they made it further, but reduced it in damage. Alright. Borrow base speed increased from 3 to 4. And Borrow tier 3 speed reduced from 0.3. Okay. He overall got a balance change. I wouldn't say he got a... It's more of a leaning towards a buff more than anything. But he's basically... They just... Okay, they changed him a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Paradox. Pulse Grenade tier 3 now grants 2% damage input. Cool. Fixed being unable to damage by multiple time walls. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so Paradox got a little bit of a buff with her tier 3. That's good. Pocket. Pocket. Affiliation no longer goes through walls. Now respects line of sight. Interesting. Okay, so you have to... It's more... Now it's more line of sight with anything. Okay. Okay, tier 3 reduced from plus 5% to plus 4. He's still strong. Nothing changed. Literally nothing. It's basically nothing. He's still fine. Okay, 7. It's only his static, so his stuns got changed. Okay, charge. Stun duration reduced from 1.1 to 0.9. Charge to 3 reduced from 1.1 to 0.9. Charge reduced from 6 meters to 5 meters. Charge can now alter cast to self. Does not stun you. Huh? Charge can now be altered cast on self. Bro, so you're telling me I can cast it on myself, run in, and then stun everyone around me? That's insane. Wait, that's so funny. They added that. Charge now respects line of sight. Okay. That's so funny. You can cast it on yourself and then run in. And if they're coming at you close quarters, they'll just get hit by it. That is such a good change. I like that change. I like that. That's actually so smart. Okay. Oh wait, no, his lightning bolt got tier 3 now gives +1 radius. Okay, cool. That's actually so his nerfs, yes, with his range and everything. But this cast all kind of makes up for all the nerfs here. That's so good. I like it. I like it. Okay. Shiv. Slice and Dice tier 2 reduced from 0.85 to 0.75. His Killing Blow. Rage build up per spirit damage reduced from 0.002 to 0.013. Ooh. Blow range rain reduced from 0.3 to 0.35. Blow rage reduced from 20% to 15. Blow rear tier 2 increased from... Wow. Okay, so his Killing Blow basically got a nerf overall. Interesting. But his Slice and Dice, also his Slice and Dice, his dash got his nerf also with his tier 2. Huh. So they nerfed Shiv again. That's 3 patches in a row where they nerfed Shiv. Vindicta. Gun cycle time increased from 0.19 to 0.22. Same overall DPS. Cool. Vindicta stack. Distance enemies are allowed to move increased from 6 meters to 8 meters. Okay. Max fall off reduced from 58 meters to 45. Vindicta fixed fight ending if you touch the ground. Okay, Vindicta, low HP indication now also shows while you're up scoped. So I think if you're scoped, it still shows you're low HP. So it'll give indication like, yo, you're low, back up. Vindicta, assassinate base damage reduced from 1.6. Oh no, I'm sorry. Assassination base damage reduced from 160 to 140. Assassinate zoom level reduced for a little bit. Flight duration spirit caster reduced from 0.2 to 0.15. Okay. More balance change than anything. I think she's still super strong. I think the base damage for the assassin base damage reduced, that's going to hurt her a little bit. But overall, she's still really... Vindicta's still good. Okay. Viscous. The cube... Okay, by the way, before I continue, Viscous got a remodel. I'm going to show it now. This is how he looks. So... This, I'm going to put 2 images of what he looked before and what he looks now. He looks just so much cuter. And I love it. Let's keep it this way. He just looks cute as fuck. Viscous. The cube cleanses now part of tier 2. Okay, cool. Puddle punch enemy warning time increase from 0.35 to point. So just if he's throwing a puddle punch, which is the punch where you can do a wall, now you'll have more time to react to it. Bullet damage reduced from 13 to 12. Okay. Can now use down dash during goo ball. Ooh. Down dash. Now you can slam on the ground if you're on the ball. That's cool. Okay. Fixed phantom strike not positioning you correctly while using it with your goo ball. Okay. Splatter post cast delay reduced from 0.5 to 0.02. Okay. Viscous overall got a nice change. I like it. Viscous is now nice, and he got cuter, so it's good. Warden, my main. Warden, binding ward escape range and escape time increased by 15%. So meaning, the jail that he has in, the radius of it increased by 15%, but the time to cast it where you get trapped in or if you escape it is also increased by 15%. So my thing is with it, it's more now... If you get caught by it, it's your fault. Like it's really easy to get away from it. And if you're inside buildings, it's easier for you to trap in because it's longer and you have to get away. So if you're in buildings and I cast it, it's gonna be harder for you to get out, which is really cool. I like it. And then his last stand, which is the ultimate, spirit scaling increased from 0.09 to 1.2. So his spirit scaling on his ultimate got increased by a lot. So Warden overall, in my opinion, got a buff, which is good. Yamato. Ooh. Yamato bullet damage growth reduced from 0.5 to 0.45. Crimson slash fire rate reduced from 30% to 20. Oh no. Ooh, these are big changes, Loki. This fire rate slow is gonna hurt her. 10% slow. Ooh, that's bad. Fixed various issues with flying strike pathing. Okay. Shadow transformation reduced from 5 seconds to 4.5. Oh, what? Oh, wait, transformation. Oh, so duration of it got lower. Ooh. Shadow Transformation tier 3 duration increases from 1.5 to 2. Okay, so if it's tier 3, it makes it longer, but overall it's slower. So you'd have to get tier 3 for it to get this back the same. Okay. Yamato transformation no longer provides unlimited ammo? What? So you're telling me now she actually has to count her ammo? She can't just throw that shit everywhere? Oh my god, this fucking sucks for Yamato mains. Oh no, this is a massive nerf. I think this might be as bad as Haze. Overall, this nerf fucking sucks. I think this is on par with Haze nerf. Oh my god. This is awful. This is an awful nerf. Not awful like as in like that's a bad decision, as in like Yamato mains are gonna cry over this. She's gonna be viable in situations, but oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god, Yamato mains, sorry for you. But I think that's it. That's all the patch notes for this week. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the next patch notes. And let me know what you guys think about it. Do you like it? Do you love it? Did your main get hit hard or not at all? Alrighty. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.